Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to Vision Classes. It's a classes for IGCSE, AS and A-level student. Today we have to discuss AS and A-level math syllabus, and this is syllabus for 2026 and 27 exam. So it's a futuristic actually discussion. So if you are thinking to give the AS and A-level exams in 2026 and 27, then it's a perfect video for you. Last month IGCSE, AS and A-level results are out throughout the globe, and many of our students got A star grade. So we are really happy to inform you that if you want to connect with us, I have left the contact in the description box. Suppose if you want to connect with us, our regular batches, our regular one-to-one discussion, conceptual understanding, past year paper discussion, then it's a perfect place to enhance your understanding about maths, physics, chemistry, biology and all. Fine. So without wasting our time, we will jump on to the mathematics structure. So for your AS and A level, you have these 6 subjects are there. Fine. So pure mathematics 1, paper 1, pure mathematics 2, paper 2, P3, then mechanics, mechanics, then S1 and S2, probability statistic 1 and probability statistic 2. So in the pure mathematics 1, you have 8 topics, then pure mathematics 2, you have 6 topics here, then pure mathematics 3, you have 9 topics, and mechanics you have 5 topics here, then probability statistic you have 5 topics, and S2 you have again here 5 topics are there. So we will discuss in-depthly the paper structure, how you can complete this course or how you can give the paper. So you have a paper 1 and paper 2 only for AS level. Fine. Then paper 1 and paper 4 means E1 and S1 you can give in the AS level, and remaining P3 and S2 you can opt in the AS level. Over here instead of S2 you can even give the mechanics. That's a possibility you can opt for. What are the options you have for AS level maths? You can either choose paper 1 and paper 2 for AS level, right? Then either paper 1 and paper 4, that is also fine, or paper 1 and paper 5 means probability statistic 1. Then A level you can either choose the remaining paper. You have options. Look at here. So first part is this one, year 1, either pure mathematics 1, mechanics, and pure mathematics 3, probability statistic 1. That's one possibility. Second possibility you have is possibility pure mathematics 1, P1, statistic and probability statistic 1. Fine. Then pure mathematics 3 and mechanics 3. Mechanics okay. So that's another option. And third option you can opt for P1, S1 and P3 and S2. Okay. Statistic subjects you can choose for AS and A level route. Fine. These are the 3 options you have. Then nextly, yes, that is what I have explained just now. So see, understand now overall assessment of probability statistic P1, P2, P3, then S1, S2 and mechanics. So P1 is for 75 marks, fine, and it's for 1 hour 50 minute paper. Okay. Pure mathematics 2 is for just a 50 marks paper, and it's a 1 hour 15 minute paper. Fine. P3 is of 75 marks, 1 hour 50 minute. Then mechanics of 50 marks, it's a 1 hour 15 minute. Fine. Then even this probability statistic 1 and 2 are for just a 50 marks paper and for 1 hour 15 minute paper. Fine. So whatever the concepts are there for the probability statistic 1, they are also base for the probability statistic 2. So watch this overall video completely so that you will get the brief understanding about how you can choose the subjects as well. Fine. Then nextly we will discuss the subject content. Subject content for pure mathematics 1, you have 8 topics are there. Quadratics first. In the quadratic you have 5 general topics are there: completing square, discriminant, solve the quadratic equation, inequality part is there, simultaneous equation, and the function part is there. Okay. Then nextly functions. In the function you have 5 topics are there. Again you have a function, domain, range, one-to-one function, inverse function, composite function, then composite of 2 given functions. Then nextly whether given function is a function or not. Alright. Then inverse function, then graphs of a given function we have to find, Then transformation part is little bit of based on the all basic understanding of algebra, first topic. Okay, then nextly coordinate geometry. You have 5 topics are there. Equation of straight line in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. Equation of a circle, it's a x square plus y square is equal to r square. Then algebraic method to solve the equation of a circle and equation of a line. Suppose this is circle and the line intersect the circle, then we have to find out the A and B point. Okay, so how we can find it out, this A and B, we have to understand in our regular batches as well. So then nextly relation between point of intersection of the graph, then solutions of the graph. I hope you must have or gone through the discriminant part. So we have to use here discriminant part to find out the solution of the equation. Then thirdly, circular measure. You have a radian, degree, then arc length, then area of the sector. Then trigonometry part. In the trigonometry part you have a sketch. First part, sine, cosine, tangent graphs are there. The 0 degree, 30 degree, 45, 60 and 90 degree graphs are there. Their values are there. Then inverse graphs are there. Then use of identities, then solution of simple trigonometric equations we have to solve this year, means AS level actually. Okay, this year means. Then you have a 6th topic, that is series. Expansion of a plus b raised to n part is there. Arithmetic geometric progression part. Then how to find out nth term. Then the convergence of the geometric progression, sum of infinity of convergent geometric progression part is there for AS level. It's very simple, and trust me, suppose if you connect with me, actually I will make you sure that you will get A star grade in math. Okay, that's for sure, because I know what areas you can focus so that you will get the whatever the question you will get on any of the topic, you can attempt those questions very confidently and get out marks as well. Then nextly you have a 7th topic, differentiation. The gradient of a curve, then x raised to n power derivative part is there. Then differentiation, we have to use the differentiation to find out the gradient. Then equation of a tangent, normal, increasing, decreasing function, then rate of change. Then even we have to use the differentiation to find out the stationary point, nature of a stationary point, and even at the end we have to understand the sketch of the graph. Okay. Then nextly integration. Integration is exactly reverse process of differentiation. We have 4 topics are there. Firstly, reverse process of differentiation, then evaluation of constant of integration, definite integral part. Okay, so the lastly we have to find out the area of region bounded by the curve and lines of a parallel to the axis. Basically we have to find out the areas. Then volume part is there using integration part. Then pure mathematics 2. So pure mathematics 2, it's a 50 marks paper. Actually we have to give anyway pure mathematics 1 and pure mathematics 3, right? So for pure mathematics 3 you need to go through all the topics of P2. We have a firstly algebra, modulus graphs are there, then division of polynomials, then factor theorem, remainder theorem. Okay, then logarithmic exponential part. We have a indices, logarithm, then e raised to x graph, ln. Okay, so equations, then inequality part is there. Then logarithmic equation, how we can transform to linear form. Trigonometry for A level, you have a secant, cosec and cot graphs are there. Identity, basic identities, then expressions, double angle formulas. Okay, then we have to express A sin theta plus B cos theta in the form of R sin theta plus alpha, R cos theta plus alpha. Okay, so then nextly differentiation, you have a derivative of e raised to x, ln of x, sine of x, cos of x, tan of x. Then even product rule is there. Okay, quotient rule is there. Fine. Then parametric or implicit equations are there. Equation in the form of mixed x square plus y square is equal to xy plus 7. These kind of equations are there. We have to find out the differentiation. Then nextly integration part, we have to understand the idea of reverse differentiation, then trigonometric relationship, then trapezium, rule here. Then numerical solutions of the equations, we have to find out roots of the equation, graphical solutions, then sequence of approximation, iteration formula. Most of the time we have to understand or utilize this iteration formula to calculate the solution of any equation. Then we have a P3. Okay, in a P3, see these 7 topics here, six topics whatever we have discussed for P2, those same topics are there. Firstly, algebra, all the part of P2, just an extra part is there, rational function of partial fraction form, then use the expression use of expansion of 1 plus x raised to n and mod of x is less than 1 form. Okay, then nextly logarithmic exponential function, that's the second topic even we have discussed in P2. All right, we have a trigonometry, same topics are there, differentiation, again same topics are there here, P3. Then in the integration, just an extra part is that the partial fraction form, integration of f dash of x upon f of x, then integration by part rule is there for P3 student. Then we have to use the substitution method to solve the integration. Okay, then nextly numerical solution, again same topics are there. Then here for a P3 student, one of the very interesting topic, that is vector, standard notations, then addition, subtraction, multiplication, then magnitude of vector. We have to identify lines are parallel or intersecting or skew. Fine, we have to use the scalar product to solve any of the equation or to find out the intersecting points as well. These are the topics there for the vector. Then differential equation, we have to use the integration. Again here we have to analyze the whole given question, we have to arrange the equation in the form of general form of solution, and we have to find out solution of a differential equation. We have a 9th topic, that is complex number, and in the complex number you have 8 different topics are there, real part, imaginary part, modulus, argument, conjugate. Then we have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division part is there for complex number, polynomial equation, then Argand diagrams, then multiplication, division of 2 complex number, we have to arrange in the form of exponential function. Fine, then 2 square root of a complex number, then illustrate simple equation and inequality part is also there, example here it is given. So this is all about the P3. Okay, then jump on to the paper 4, that is mechanics. You have 5 topics are there. First is force and equilibrium. In the force and equilibrium, forces acting on given situation, vector diagrams, then sum of vectors, then limiting friction, then coefficient of friction, Newton's third law, how we can apply them. Then second topic, dynamic equations of motion, scalar quantities, displacement, vector displacement. Fine, sketch and interpret the displacement time graph, velocity time graph, displacement time graph, velocity time graph. Okay, differentiation and integration with respect to time. Okay, we have to use those concept, differentiation, integration here as well to solve the equations. Fine, then nextly we have a momentum, just a linear momentum and understanding the nature of vector. Okay, then nextly Newton's law of motion, how we can apply to solve the equation, that is very important here in this topic. Okay, so once we start with the whole thing of discussing the different concept, you will get to know, even though these topics seems to be a little bit weird and things like that, but if you used to it, it will be very easy. Fine, then nextly the work, energy, power, concept of work done, concept of gravitational potential energy, kinetic energy, then change in energy. Fine, then rate at which the force does the work, power, force, velocity concepts are there. Okay, then instantaneous acceleration of a car or object we have to understand in this topic. Okay, that's it all about the mechanics. So mechanics, you have 5 topics: force and equilibrium, kinematic motions, then momentum, Newton's law, and work, energy, power. Fine, then moving on to statistic. Okay, that's a very interesting. So again you have 5 topics are there here, and you have this paper for 50 marks, S1 and S2 for 50 marks. All right, so 5 topics, each topic is distributed for just a 10 marks, that's it. So first one is stem and leaf diagram, box and whisker plot diagram, histogram, cumulative frequency, then mean, mode, median, cumulative frequency graphs are there. You will definitely get one question on the cumulative frequency graph. Okay, then mean and standard deviation. Okay, second topic is permutation and combination. This is again easy part. Probability, addition and multiplication of probabilities, exclusive independent events, mutually exclusive events. Okay, all these concepts are there. If you know the concept, you can solve any of the equation very easily. All right, then discrete random variable. So here discrete random variable, understand the concepts such as expectance, variance. Okay, the binomial geometric distribution. Okay, then nextly fifth topic, that is normal distribution. So use of normal distribution to model the continuous random variable equations. Then we have to understand normal distribution can be used for the approximation to binomial distribution. For S2, okay, as even I have told you earlier, for all the concepts of S1 means probability statistic 1 are used in S2. So you must know the concepts of S1 to get the good score in S2. Fine. So that's a basic condition. And yes, so the Poisson's distribution, Poisson's concepts are there, random events are there. Okay, Poisson's distribution as an approximation to the binomial distribution, normal distribution. Okay, then linear combination of random variable, second topic, that is expectance, variance concepts are there. All right, then continuous random variable, concepts of continuous random variable part is there. Okay, then density function to solve the equations involving the probabilities. Then nextly sampling and estimation. Here sampling and estimation, you have to use the sampling method to find out the solutions. Then nextly we have a expectance, variance concepts are there again. Then central limit theorem, population mean, the population when the population is normally distributed. Then lastly hypothesis testing. It's one of the interesting concepts of S2. Hypothesis testing, one tell test, two tell test, null hypothesis, alternative hypothesis, significance level, rejection level or rejection region. Then the population which has a binomial or Poisson's distribution. We have to use all concepts here in the hypothesis testing to solve any of the question. Okay, that's a again interesting part. Fine. Then you have a type 1 error, type 2 error, and probabilities of making type 1 and type 2 error. We will understand these concepts once we start discussing the regular concepts. Fine. So see, in short, you have a 6 papers are there. Out of 6 papers, you have to choose for AS level and 2 for, you have to choose 2 papers for AS level and 2 for A level. And if you look at the previous syllabus, there is no changes at all. Fine. So even I have given this syllabus content in the description box so that you can refer it after this video. Fine. I hope you enjoyed this video. Suppose if you want to connect with us, I have left the contact in the description box. That's it. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.